So normally, do you get the chance to repeat the sessions, or only the live sessions are sufficient for you?
No, whenever possible, I do go through them.
Okay, yeah, they are always good whenever you need to repeat it, or maybe sometime.
For the
Uh,
projects as well, yeah.
yeah, 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 that's good. So we are doing the information systems, yeah, and
Yeah.
we recap the indicative contents of information systems, the management information systems. We discussed earlier the different types of the information systems, yeah, their role and usage and different nature of the information systems, and we discussed somehow the ethics involved in the information systems, yeah.
Yes.
And we also discussed some the strategic nature of the information systems, that we need to use some strategy in order to get the competitive advantage, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So overall, the nature of this unit is that you need to understand the information system, then understand the you know again in an information system to produce the management information, yeah.
Yes.
And obviously, as a project, you may not be able to produce a complete information system, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at least according to the scenario, you should be able to advise some solutions, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So as per the solutions are concerned, then after the solutions you have given, it would be assumed that you study the information systems. Then after the study, you are going to propose some the solution, and
Yeah.
then you are going to review it, basically, yeah.
Yes.
So the number 3 LO is be able to develop and implement a management information system for the organization. So the implementation is, that is the assessment criteria is basically the review of the information system. Yeah,
Yes.
review existing information system used in a business to identify the improvements for competitive advantage, justify the recommended improvements to an existing information system,
Mm-hmm.
implement improvements to the information system, critically review the developed information system. Yeah.
Yes.
So if I ask you, what do you mean by the implementation or the evaluation, review or assessment?
That is to check the loopholes so we can correct if there are any.
Uh, is it only the loopholes?
That is in an existing system, but if it is a new one, then we start designing from scratch.
Any more specific with regards to the review,
Mm-hmm.
or the evaluation?
No.
You try to recall. We have studied a lot about the review and the evaluation.
Like the requirement document that we created
What I'm asking, that how would you define the review?
to check if all these standards are met.
Yes, to check if the requirements are met. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, when you apply some methodology, when you apply some solution, then you expect the outcomes. Yeah.
Yes.
So how the outcomes are achieved, and to what extent the outcomes are meeting the requirements, that is basically the assessment or evaluation called,
Yeah.
yeah, as well as called the review of the anything, yeah. So today we will be discussing the review, the types of the reviews, and then the how to evaluate the information system, so that you should be able to see the existing information system and be able to advise any changes, yeah, and be able to see how you have implemented the information system, whether it is working well, it is meeting the requirements or not. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are about 18 slides so that we need to discuss today.
Okay.
So the ends of the unit are same. Yeah. So let us
Yeah.
see what the evaluation is. Yeah. So evaluation is a process that critically examines a program. Yeah. So critically is basically truthfully finding any faults, yeah, from the a program. Yeah. It involves collecting and analyzing information about a program's activities,
Yeah.
characteristics, and outcomes. Yeah. So overall, you need to judge that how the program is performing well, how well it is. Yeah. Its
Okay.
purpose is to make judgments about a program, to improve its effectiveness, and or to inform program decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how overall how the program is working. So that is basically the evaluation. Yeah, or called assessment, can also be called as a review. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why we do evaluate? Yeah, the question arises to improve the program design and implementation. If we would review our solution, then if we will check whether the program is meeting the requirements, then we will have a chance to improve the program design and implementation, isn't it?
Okay.
Because it is important to periodically assess and adapt your activities to ensure they are as effective as they can be. That's the one point. Yeah. You will
Yeah.
always make sure that you are doing everything effectively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evaluation can help you identify areas for improvement and ultimately help you realize your goals more efficiently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Additionally, when you share your results about what was more and less effective, you help advance environmental education. So you know about the environment, yeah, and you educate yourself, yeah, that what is effective, what is less effective. You know everything in advance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The second objective of evaluation is that demonstrate the program impact. So after the evaluation, you would be able to see how the program is behaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evaluation enables you to demonstrate your program's success or progress, how it is behaving, whether it is behaving successfully, whether it is behaving correctly or not. Yeah. The information you collect allows you to better communicate your program's impact to others, yeah, which is critical for public relations, staff morale, and attracting and retaining support from current and potential funders. Yeah, because if you would know how the program is going, then every stakeholder of the program can take the benefit from your review, and its impact would be visible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So evaluation, to know or assess the program, why to assess, to get the improvements, and to see how it is going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's totally theoretical. Yeah. I cannot, explain, in one or two words, or there isn't any way. Only we can, repeat the ideas in more words, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct.
So, type of the evaluations. So, evaluations fall into two types. Yeah. in two broad categories. One is the formative and the other one is the summative.
Okay.
Yeah. The formative evaluations are conducted during the program development and implementation and are useful if you want direction on how to best achieve your goals or improve your program. So, for example, before the delivery of the program in a sense that anything you develop, whether it's the computer software, whether it's a joint combination of the hardware, software, delivery, a complete project even, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before the delivery, during the implementation, during the deployment, when you evaluate or check or assess, that is called the formative evaluation. That's a formative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then there is a summative evaluations should be completed once your programs are well established and will tell you to what extent the program is achieving its goals. So achieving its goals means your program is in the execution, yeah, and
Yeah.
they are well established. Well established means they are deployed, and you want to get some goals and you want to really know whether the goals are achieved or not, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the evaluation has to be carried out in two ways in according to this information. Yeah, is it okay?
Yes.
Can there be any other situation when the evaluation would have been done?
No, because it's only once it's put in, like implemented, right?
Yeah, once it is implemented and once during the implement.
During.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, now further discussion about the types of the evaluation. The formative evaluation is can be of two types again. Yeah. So formative is needs assessment is the one evaluation, which is the formative means during the implementation, and the other one is a process or implementation evaluation. So let us
Yeah.
see how. So when you see the needs assessment, and obviously it is a formative one, determines who needs the program, yeah,
Okay.
and how great the need is, and what can be done to best meet the need. Yeah. So it's a like a kind of evaluation of the requirements indeed, isn't it?
Yes.
Because for example, if you want to make sure that the requirements are gathered very well, yeah, and you don't want to take any risk, it means you are evaluating the formation, the formative one, and which is the need assessment one, isn't it? Is it good
Yeah.
point to
Yeah.
evaluate even? Normally, we say, for example, at the time of getting requirements, you got some requirements and you did not, evaluated or, double confirmed. Then it could be the problem that, the incomplete requirements could have been given to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the need assessment can help determine what agents are not currently served by the program and provide insight into what characteristics new program should have to meet these audience needs. So overall, so it's a kind of verification of the requirements as well, and it is basically the evaluation indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
So the need assessment training uses a practical training module to lead you through a series of interactive pages about needs assessment. So there is another further detail about the need assessment. Yeah, and so this can be carried out as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So we come to the next you know type of the evaluation, which is the formative, is the process or implementation evaluation. Yeah. So examine the process of implementing the program and determines whether the program is operating as planned, can be done continuously or as a one-time assessment. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how this can be continuously or one-time assessment. For example, the sub-programs could be evaluated from one by one as they are getting done, and as a one time when the implementation is done. So two ways. Yeah.
Yes.
So the results are used to improve the program. A process evaluation of a program may focus on the number and the type of the participants reached, and are determining how satisfied these individuals are with the program. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we come to the summative type of evaluation. Yeah. So summative type is further divided into two. Yeah. The outcome evaluation and the impact evaluation. Yeah.
Okay.
So the outcome evaluation is investigates to what extent the program is achieving its outcomes. Yeah. And impact evaluation is determines any broader, longer term changes that have occurred as a result of the program. So
Yes.
summative, if we recall, the evaluation after deploying the program are used by the users or end users. Then you want to evaluate whether the program is achieving its outcomes, and for example you would have the kind of requirements verification, while the impact evaluation is considering the long term changes. Yeah.
Yes.
Which could occur. For example, they could be used for any organization. Yeah. And then you see whether overall the program would be long lasting, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's basically the types of the evaluation. Yeah, the informative, you do it let's say for the requirements, and then the implementation, and in the summative you look at the exact outcomes and you further predict that whether the overall program would be long lasting or not, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's about the evaluation, and let us see how in picture, in illustration, the evaluation looks like. So the, let's say, formative, you move from formative to summative, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So the formative is before program begins. Yeah. And then you get a new program done. Then you get established program, and then you get a mature program. For example, if you start from the program stage, then you move from formative to summative.
Yes.
And then what evaluation you do normally, you can do the need assessment, which is the requirement, for example. Then you see the process implementation, and then you see the outcome you got it, and you see the long term outcome, isn't it?
Yes.
As per the criteria we discussed in the previous slides. Yeah.
Yes.
So what questions you would be asking, yeah, in this type of the evaluation, starting from the formative to summative, is, for example, to what extent is the need being met? Yeah. At the formative stage, you are asking that to what extent the needs have been completed, what can be done to address this need. Next question, is the program operating as planned? Yeah. So you are still within the formative assessment. Yeah.
Okay.
The summative assessment is the program achieving its objectives. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the mature program, and the long term one is what predicted and unpredicted impacts has the program had. Yeah. So long term
Okay.
prediction. Yeah, so that's about the types of the evaluation normally you can do, right? Is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah. So should I move further?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, what makes a good evaluation? A well planned and carefully executed evaluation will reap more benefits for all stakeholders than an evaluation that is thrown together hastily and retrospectively. Yeah. So you don't rush and don't get it unplanned, but well planned evaluation would give you more benefit. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Though you may feel that you lack the time, resources, and expertise to carry out an evaluation, learning about an evaluation early on and planning carefully will help you navigate the process. Yeah. So you don't
Yeah.
think sometime, oh, I have done it, and I want to escape and it should be fine. Yeah. So you don't say this that it should be fine in this way. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
would be better to give it a time. Yeah. Give it a well planned time so that you can evaluate very well. Yeah.
Oh,
That's about a very good evaluation tip. So, more points. Good evaluation is tailored to your program and builds on existing evaluation knowledge and resources. Yeah. So, what you get, it gives you a good knowledge about about your resources. Yeah. Good evaluation is tailored to your program and builds on existing evaluation knowledge and resources. Your evaluation should be crafted to address the specific goals and objectives of your program. However, it is likely that other environmental educators have created and field tested similar evaluation designs and instruments. Rather than starting from scratch, looking at what others have done can help you conduct a better evaluation. So, what does this mean? That if your evaluation is basically tailored in a sense that your plan for the evaluation is good, then you can also reuse the evaluation methods done by others as well.
yes.
And because they are field tested evaluations and designs, right? There's
Yeah.
a, like, we discussed earlier, what could be the good evaluation? The good evaluation could be well planned, as well as you do not ignore the evaluation at all, but you do. And one point is that if you are going to evaluate on the basis of tested methods, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
then you would be doing a better evaluation. Does it make a sense?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you would not be trying any tested methods, do you think that your way of evaluation would be efficient and approved?
No.
So maybe or may not be. So the good thing is that you should adopt the standard for
Which is tested. Yeah.
methods of evaluation. So before you evaluate, you need to look at the types of the evaluation methods and the criteria they want to do. Yeah. Good evaluation is inclusive basically. Yeah. So it ensures that the diverse viewpoints are taken into account and that results are as complete and unbiased as possible. Input should be sought from all those involved and affected by the evaluation, such as students, parents, teachers, program staff, or community members. One way to ensure your evaluation is inclusive is by following the practice of participatory evaluation. So, evaluation not only by yourself, but whosoever is the participant of the program, yeah, they give their diverse viewpoints, yeah, which is called the inclusive viewpoints, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is advised? It is advised that you try to be inclusive to all the stakeholders of the program so that you get a diverse, opinions, and the it could also be called as a practiced participatory evaluation. So you could say with confidence that this has been evaluated by every participant of the or the user of the program and is doing well. Yeah.
Yes.
And good evaluation is basically the honesty. Yeah. You'd never try to cheat or try to get the things approximately within the evaluation. That's main, uh, the third point, that evaluation needs to be honest. How? So the evaluation results are likely to suggest that your program has strengths as well as limitations. Your evaluation should not be a simple declaration of a program success or failure.
Yes.
So you cannot say that this is successful program. You cannot say this is unsuccessful program, but you should always say these are the merits and these are the demerits of the program, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct.
Evidence that your program is not achieving all of your ambitious objectives can be hard to swallow. Obviously, you cannot digest, but it can also help you learn where to best put your limited resources. Yeah. So you can easily, if you are honest, then you need to admit whatever is missing. That's why if you would know if anything is missing, then you can really give your input, whatever you are, correct. The good things you can always, utilize, isn't it?
Yes.
Otherwise, if you would be saying, for example, if you are not honest, let's say your 75% results are, not accurate, 25% results are, accurate, and you would be, feeling shy that you are not able to use your evaluation at all. If you previously said that your project was successful, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you are sincere, then your 25% worth of your correct solution, the genuine solution, would give you an encouragement that okay, no matter your 75% results were not accurate, but at least your 25% results are accurate and useful. It would give you an encouragement, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
So that's about the the way how you can do the good evaluation is based on that your evaluation should be tailored, well planned, using the existing techniques of the evaluation, and try to be inclusive, include everyone into the evaluation, and try to be honest with your results, and try to criticize your wrong results as well as try to praise your correct results, no matter if they are small or large, isn't it?
Yes.
Then, good evaluation is a replicable and its methods are as rigorous as circumstances follow. A good evaluation is one that is likely to be replicable, meaning that someone else should be able to conduct the same evaluation and get the same results. Higher the quality of your evaluation design, its data collection methods, and its data analysis, more accurate its conclusions, and the more confident others will be in these findings. Yeah. So if you are doing well, yeah, and if you are getting the replicated results, the same results, yeah, that you are achieving, and you see that the same results are, being achieved by the other, researchers, then you will have a more confidence in your results. isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you always try to, compare your results with other, evaluation results. It will always give you a kind of advantage, yeah, and will help you to check the accuracy of your conclusions. Yeah.
Yes.
So these are just the advices for evaluation, for a good evaluation. Yeah, and we discussed, the types of the evaluation, that when you can evaluate. Yeah, and maybe during the program evaluation, or the after the program evaluation. Yeah. Now we come to the evaluation of information systems basically. Yeah. So it's necessary to evaluate the outcome of information system, yeah, in order to direct the process of management information in systems in right direction. The activity of evaluation provides supervision basically. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you evaluate, it means you are supervising, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The consequence of such an assessment can then be used in the decision of an organization when managing their information system. Yeah. So your evaluation is basically giving you the consequences to take some decision. In formative evaluation, organizations evaluate in order to increase the performance, focusing on the future. However, the summative evaluations are exclusively executed to observe the quality of past performance. So, like if you recall, we studied the formative evaluation and the summative evaluation. The formative evaluation was done during the process, isn't it?
Yes.
So within the organization, if you are using the formative evaluation, it means you are trying to keep an eye on the ongoing operations and performances, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So that you should get get it evaluated. However, in the summative one, you are considering the quality, and quality is always seen once you have the product, once you used it, and then you are trying to see if it is a good quality or not, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So the main objective of information system functionality performance evaluation is upgrading and especially improvement in quality of maintenance. So why do you evaluate? You evaluate in order to need uh, so that you should be able to upgrade your system, as well as to increase the quality and maintenance as well. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So both type of evaluations are necessary for the organizations, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, three type of strategies for information system evaluation are: one is the you know goal based evaluation, other one is a goal free evaluation, and third one is a criteria based evaluation. Yeah. So let us start with the goal based evaluation first. The goal based evaluation means that explicit goals from the organizational context drive the evaluation. So you should know the goals, then you evaluate whether you are achieving the goals or not. So these goals are used to measure the IT system, for example, because you are trying to achieve some goals from the information system, isn't it?
Yes.
Goal based evaluation is described as measuring the extent to which a program or intervention has attained clear and specific objectives. The focus is on intended services and outcomes of program, which are the goals. Yeah. So what are the goals? The intended services and the outcomes of the programs are basically the goals that you expect from an information system, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a one type of evaluation. You are trying to see whether you are achieving the goals or not. Yeah, that's a one technique. Evaluation should be measurable, and that the evaluation should meet the requirement specification. So how you can measure the evaluation? You can measure that evaluation on the basis of the requirements, whether they are met or not. Yeah. The
Yes.
best strategy of this approach is to measure if predefined goals are fulfilled or not, to what extent, and in what ways. That's more important. So, for example, you could create, a table, yeah, that the goals, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and then you could write another column that you achieved fully, you achieved partially, you did not achieve the goals. So you could give a rating of, let's say, uh, 2, 1, and 0, the scale, yeah. Then
Yes.
then it's a goal-free evaluation, yeah. The goal-free evaluation means that no such explicit goals are used. If no goals, then what is to be evaluated? A goal-free evaluation is an inductive and situationally driven strategy. Yeah. When there is any particular situation, yeah, or any exceptional, condition. So the major objective of this interpretive evaluation is to gain thorough understanding of the nature of what is to be evaluated, and to create a motivation and the commitment. Yeah. The involvement of area of stakeholder groups is often considered essential to this approach of evaluation. So if you don't have a goal of achieving any objectives, then the stakeholders are essential part of this evaluation, because the aim of goal-free evaluation is to avoid the risk of narrowly studying stated programs and objectives, and thereby missing important unanticipated outcomes, eliminate
Okay.
the negative connotations attached to discovery of unanticipated effect. So if you don't expect, you are not looking at any goal, but
Mm-hmm.
you are evaluating any unexpected, yeah, or unanticipated effects. You want to eliminate such type of, the you want to reduce the incidents, yeah, which could, you know affect anything, like,
Okay.
the goal free is, a kind of random, uh, surveillance. Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So the random surveillance could be any of the stakeholders, anything, in order to remove the negative things, yeah, or unanticipated, effect while evaluation. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Then criteria based evaluation. Yeah. So the criteria based evaluation is some explicit general criteria are used in evaluation measure. There are numerous criteria-based approaches around, such as checklist, heuristics, principle, or quality ideals. In this approach, the IT systems interface and or the interaction between user and IT systems act as a basis for the evaluation, together with a set of predefined criteria. So, for example, in the first goal-based evaluation, the company had, let's say, had to evaluate whether A, B, C goals are achieved or not. For example, In the
Yeah.
criteria based evaluation is the standard approach is, let's say, your product. Yeah, your product is needs to be ISO certified. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a one kind of criteria, isn't it? Yeah. So if you want to evaluate your product or your company based on certain criteria, then you would look at that particular criteria and you would have a checklist and heuristics, the the model into the diagrams, and then you should be able to know the quality actually.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So the criteria base, you would be following some standard, and in the goal free you would be doing a kind of random, random and overall surveillance or evaluation. Goal based is that what you expect, what you want to achieve, no matter, irrespective of the quality or the standards. Yeah, you want to see whether it is achieved or not. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
The last thing, that the evaluation process, how you would carry out the evaluation process. The evaluation process should recognize and control the critical areas of the information system project. Yeah. So one thing is that you want to know where you want to, evaluate, in which areas, the critical areas of the information system you want to do. For example, if you want to, if you have got a hardware, for example, if you have got a printer, yeah, then the job of the printer is to give you the print. Yeah, will you be doing something, an evaluation whether the printer is, giving the right amount of, number of pages, or instead you could focus on anything else? You know what I mean? I mean, you should be concentrating on the useful, evaluation areas. It shouldn't be the
Oh,
case that you are trying to, evaluate unnecessary areas. That's the main thing. First of
correct.
all, you recognize the critical area where you want to evaluate. Number one. Before
Yes.
selecting the evaluation criteria and methods and deciding who would be involved in the evaluation, yeah, it is essential to recognize all the relevant interest groups for the information system project. Yeah, so you know what you want to, evaluate, and who would be involved into the evaluation. A covering set of evaluation criteria should be used to ensure that all dimensions of the information system endeavor are taken into the account and assessed. Yeah, so the your set of evaluation criteria should be well known to you. Yeah, information system evaluation process must be incorporated in the business development process. Yeah, the information system development process and information system procurement process. Whatever the process of evaluation you are doing, it should be under the business development process, the process of the company, basically. Yeah, that,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it should be endorsed by the company. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
furthermore, the three stages of the process evaluation includes the intangible benefits evaluation, and intangible benefits are, let's say, the long term benefits are, and that you cannot see, quickly. Yeah, and the tangible benefits are basically that you really want to achieve in the short time. Yeah,
Yes.
then information system investment, risk analysis as well. Yeah, that whatever the information system is being used, is there any risk, is there any, need of upgrading or anything else. So it has to go through certain process of evaluation, basically. Yeah, you need to know where to evaluate, by who would be the participants. Yeah, and under what, protocol or the procedure, the evaluation should have been done, and on what type of, assets or benefits you want to evaluate. Yeah, that's about the process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all about the evaluation. Yeah. And there are some more useful studies and the articles. I have given the resources and the
Oh,
links. Yeah. So you should try while you are writing your assignments, and these type of the evaluation, and more specifically the information system evaluation we have discussed, they should be helpful for you, to cover your assignment needs. Yeah.
okay.
So any other question you want to ask?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So I hope you should be okay with this. If you have any questions, then you can ask, uh, next time or via
Okay.
email.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For since I missed last class, is it possible that we cover up that session tomorrow?
Uh, Tomorrow may not be possible, uh, because
Okay.
I'm busy on Thursday. But
Oh, oh,
we will have a next class on the Monday, the project
okay.
management, and on Wednesday I believe I think this unit is completed, so we will
Done.
be
Yeah.
doing the network systems.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No problem.
Network design. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think from next week your project management is already in the uh, you know uh, already started, and the last unit, the networks, would be started, and I think your 6 units would be completed in this way.
Yes, exactly. In fact, for next week, the timings are shown like 5 to 6. So is that correct?
uh, I'm not sure, let me see. uh, 5 to 6, yeah, the 1 hour would be forwarded. So what time would be
Yeah, that's
suitable for
fine
you?
with me.
Still, you would be okay, so your timing would be 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, for me it's 7 o'clock.
And our timing will be like the same 4, but it would affect your timing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's okay with me.
Okay, that's fine. So I would see you next week, 4 p.m. UK time, same,
Okay.
and that would be your 7 p.m. at your side. Yeah. So that's fine.
Oh,
So I see you next week. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, that's fine. Thank you very much, and bye.
Thank you so much. Okay.